our seniors and the guys in the program. They battled, and I said on TV afterwards, and to the kids, I did. The fourth quarter, just there was a lot of frustration showing. It didn't seem like the same team I had coached last week at UConn, and then you know, I just kind of got more positive with them and brought them in, and you know, because the ball would intercept it and they get a touchdown and things like that, and you know, we got frustrated. The seniors really wanted to win, and you know, we got a few 15-yarders, but kind of flipped it. I don't really know how, but I credit those kids. And then you know, Jarrell makes a big play at the end, and he made a bunch of good tackles there to get him to throw the ball, and then we just iced it. Cooper Garcia, you know, obviously, well, I won't go there, but he made a great kick, good hold, and by Theo and Peter Camerado, two seniors, and so that was really great.
What sort of adjustments did you guys make coming out of the locker room at halftime? Because they went from scoring those 24 points to really not being able to move the ball at all for the most of that third quarter. Well,
I mean, the other 7 they got was after an interception, which was like one of those Sports Center plays. You go like, it's not going to be our day. Kind of like with Izzy's call back last week. And no, Gandy's a really good player, and you know, we doubled him and put some guys over the top and rolled to him a little bit more, you know, and you know, just kind of hung in there. You know, we kind of handed, you know, I was proud of Marquise. He fumbled the ball, and we gave him a touchdown, and nobody got down on the sideline. I said sometimes I can be tough on those guys, and I just felt it was time to be positive. They given a lot, and he bounced back, and Ross was positive, and he took a few sacks in the red zone and drive me nuts, you know, and we're trying to get him out of the pocket so he could see a little better and stuff. But kids just hung in there, and then we had a great, you know, certainly overtime. I felt like if we could just get it to overtime, it kind of was reminiscent of App State last year.
Well, I guess what can you kind of say about Ross? I mean, I think he had at least 500 yards passing at the very least. First guy to do that for here since Blake, I think 4 or 5 years ago. What can you guys say about Ross and sort of the performance he had for you guys tonight?
Yeah, you know, no, he's an awesome, as I said, he's a kid that hung with the program, and, you know, he just battled and loved the guy, and, you know, everybody asked him, maybe I was wrong or right, I don't know. The kid deserved to play for us, and you never know in these situations, and he's a battler and a winner, and, you know, he never got down on himself, and I'm hard on him. He kind of plays better when I'm hard on him. So, you know, he battled, and, you know, it gives guys confidence. So I'm excited for him and the two W's and the way he played.
Obviously, you've coached a lot of great wide receivers here during your tenure. For Andy Isabella to break the school record for yards in the game, be the first one to catch 300 yards in the game. What can you kind of say about Andy and sort of where he kind of stacks up?
Well, we thought that they were going to have some looks that would be able to get him open down the field, and I'm looking at the weather report, and it's, you know, 20, 25 mile an hour winds, and you know, but we kept at it, and I think Ross threw some good balls, and, you know, Izzy's got the speed that if he gets a little bit over, just give him a chance, and he played great, and you know, and you know, the numbers. The win's the most important thing. He'll tell you that, and you know, so just, you know, he's a phenomenal kid, one of the hardest workers I've ever coached, and he deserves all the accolades he gets, and you know, special guy that's tremendously respected by everybody on a team, and probably more importantly, as soon as he finishes playing a game, I think the guys look at him on the other side and even respect him more.
I don't know how much you can necessarily answer this question, but you guys obviously featured Andy a lot in those first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter, not nearly as much. Was that because Liberty was making the adjustments to stop Andy? Was it simply some of the other receivers kind of stepping up and being able to give?
Well, he got nicked up a little bit, and you know, just kind of was like the way they were playing things. You know, they'd been really aggressive, and just felt like I could go to the run game a little bit more at the end there, just because they were playing soft coverage, they were rolling coverage to him, and even when he's just standing out there, he's, you know, he's dangerous. So I don't know. I don't keep track how many catches he has. We're just trying to score touchdowns on offense, and you know, I'm really happy for him.
Would you say that fourth down conversion to Sadiq late in the fourth quarter was a real turning point.
Yeah, it was a real, honestly, he ran the wrong route, and Ross did a great job hanging in there because it was, we put the route in, I put it in on a Thursday, and we practiced it a couple times, really going to Izzy, and he missed it earlier when we got backed up, and so we had him, and then Sadiq really ran the wrong route, and Ross hung in there on his back foot and made a great throw, and Sadiq made a great catch. He made another great catch, and he's a guy that, he's had a couple big games and just a team player. He made the big block on the quick screen that Izzy went for whatever it was. So just a great kid, and really proud of the way he's come around. But those 2 plays were huge, 2 fourth down plays, I believe it was.
What do you have to say about the chemistry between Isabella and Comas today?
Yeah, it was pretty good, if those are the numbers, somebody think Cody told me, but he's a guy that makes everybody better, and I think you see the things he does that I think are really pertinent is you see guys like Zach and Sam look at him as a role model and the way they go about their business, and those guys have made some plays, and Brennan's come back and made some plays, so that's the thing that Coach Hankerson's done it. Hank's done a great job in that room, and those guys can be hard to coach, and he knows that. But Hank wasn't hard to coach, so that's why I hired him as a coach. But yeah, I mean the chemistry was good for those guys.
How helpful is it to have a guy like Ross who can run the ball as well, and maybe there isn't a receiver open? How much does that help you guys today? Yeah,
no, that helps. I think it stretches the defense a little bit. Because they got to be concerned about him, and that's kind of probably what opened up some things in the run game, that way. So, just think the way he battled all the way through, and guys know that he's going to give everything he's got. He's always done that, and he's played against a bunch of good defenses and teams, and I think we're excited that he'll be ready to go next week.
We talked a lot early this season about sometimes you guys would get down in that third, fourth quarter, and heads would hang a little bit, and the kind of the fight maybe was there as much in those third, fourth quarters early in the season. What has it been in? I guess what does it say about these teams the past 2 weeks?
I don't go there. I mean, FIU, it's like, hey, we lose the 2 quarterbacks, and Mike comes in, and they get a good team, and right there, we dropped the ball at Georgia Southern on a 1st and 10, and they got a good team. So I think what we did today was, that crazy play had happened with whatever it was, 5 minutes to go and a half, and then try to make some first downs, and then we finally had a nice drive at the end and got a field goal. So we had a little momentum going in, it's been a thorn in our side the last 5 minutes of the half, and I got to figure out a way, but we're a little bit better. We figured out a way. We've worked sudden change, and I think our defense has responded to that. So, I like to be aggressive before the half, but and that was a big kick by Cooper with no time left. A big catch by Sam. We kind of short-circuited with a penalty, and Sam ran it, and we really hadn't practiced that route, and I don't think Ross had thrown that route to Sam and made a good play, and Sam made a good catch for the half.
We talked earlier in the week about the aggressiveness of Liberty's defense. Obviously, you guys scored 62 points on that defense, so how were you able to dismantle?
The overtime thing that had something to do with it, but no, they were, and we got, we thought we could get some guys behind them, and we did, and executed. So, they were tough. They made some plays. Coming out of the half, and Ajay there makes a great play, and then Marquise fumbles the ball and he makes another play. They got some good players. Lemonier, we tried to recruit here, but he was set, and so they battled. I was impressed with their effort and everything else, and the way they played. We knew the quarterback was good. We tried to recruit him, but we already had Andrew. So I mean, they got some good players.
Would you say the aggressiveness was kind of a bit of a downfall for them too?
I don't know. I'd have to watch the tape. I don't know. We're just too busy trying to get the next play and the next series going. So,
great wide receivers come through UMass, but have the record for most receiving yards in the game. What does that mean to you personally?
It's kind of cool. I mean, it's better to get the win. I mean, I don't think it would have meant nothing if we didn't get the win. Ross did a great job playing quarterback. I mean, he's a winner for sure. So it was fun.
Ross, I mean, you went to Andy a lot in the first 3 quarters, but on those key drives, Andy really wasn't a big part of it. It didn't play an active big part in it, I should say. Was it something that Liberty's defense was just doing to try to take Andy away that opened up everybody else?
Yeah,
or?
I mean, they did a good job. I mean, obviously Andy was killing them, so they had to do something, and they did a good job, putting two guys on him or rolling the coverage to him, and it left some holes backside in the middle of the field, and the guys are Sadiq, a couple fourth down catches. I mean, you really those wide receivers made some plays. They stepped up. That's what we asked them to do.
Ross, you guys, Marquise fumbles, they score. It's now 14-point deficit in the fourth quarter. What's your kind of message to the offense when you guys try to take the field, try to chip away at that deficit?
I just kept saying we have time, guys. I mean, these guys believe in me. They know, they trust what I say, and when I keep my spirits high, and it helps everyone else out. And I feel like it's Andy made some plays in the first half that kept it going, and they trusted the passing game was going to keep working, and down 2 touchdowns does nothing. It was like 11 minutes to go. We knew what we could do. We scored quick, at other times, so we really weren't worried. I mean, there's obviously some pressure, but we made some plays.
And then you guys score. You guys get the defense gets the stop, and then I think it was like just over 3 minutes to go to drive down the field. You guys go backwards on those first 2 plays. Is the pressure starting to build for a little bit for you when you guys are going backwards on those first 2 plays?
Yeah, I mean, but when you're playing out there, and I am the way I am, and I just kept believing, and I trusted these guys are going to make some plays. The line played well today, and I trusted these receivers, and Marquise ran the ball well.
What's the moments you look for as a player, getting the ball back with under 3 minutes to go, knowing you need a touchdown?
Yeah, I mean, obviously. We had it at App State last year. We had a chance to tie the game, go to overtime. We did the same thing. And, the guys, like I said, they just made plays. We made more plays at the end of the game, and that's what happens.
You guys have now won 2 games in a row for the first time all season. Does this win feel any different now that it's 2 in a row?
I mean, this is this is pretty good. This feels pretty good. I mean, the way we had to battle in the fourth, down 2 touchdowns, and even in the first half we made some mistakes. The pick and the fumble, and the fumble that they had on the punt return, we could have had it. On the 15, we made some mistakes offensively too, and we just kept battling though. That's the game of football. You make some mistakes, you got to go to the next play, and we did that.
Terrell, walk me through the interception in overtime, because it didn't seem like Calvert saw you, and all of a sudden you just kind of dove there and the ball ended up in your hands.
Yeah, it was man coverage, and we've been scout team been giving us a great look all week, and we've seen that play before, and that's, like you said before, those are plays you dream about. I dreamt about it last night, visualizing about making it today, and then God willing, I just got my number called and I made the play.
What do you feel like you guys did better in that second half to kind of really stop them in their tracks in that third quarter and kind of give the offense those opportunities to tie the game?
Yeah, I think in halftime we came together as a group and collectively just, we made the adjustments necessary, and then at the end of the day, we just all had to do our job, and not just do your job, you have to give 110% effort when you do it. You're playing with your brothers next to you, and as the time goes down, fourth quarter, overtime, it doesn't matter. As long as everybody's fighting and executes what they got to do, I'll pick us over anybody.
Do you guys as a defense say anything different to a Lee or an Isaiah when you have a player like Gandy who, those guys are playing almost perfect coverage, and Gandy just kind of seemingly out of nowhere kind of just plucks the ball out of the air?
Basically, we just say next play mentality. They're on scholarship too. They're going to make plays. We're going to make plays as well. So when things happen like that, the best thing to do is just have a short-term memory and be ready to get the next play, because each play is independent of the next one. So as long as you have that mentality, I feel like we can just have a good sense of momentum.
Andy, once Marquise scores to tie the game, is it just that feeling of, all right, we're in overtime, there's no chance we're going to lose this game now?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, it was like when he scored, it was almost just like the App State feeling, like, oh, we got this. We've been here before, and we knew that we could come out with a win.
And it almost looked easy in the first half between you and Ross. You seemed like you got open effortlessly. What does that say about the chemistry between you two?
I mean, we've been playing together. I mean, he started his sophomore year, and we got a lot of reps together. I mean, I know Andrew's been there. Andrew has done a great job here. But I mean, we still take a lot of reps at practice. So I mean, he does a great job. He trusts me that's a big thing. I trust him, so it's been good.
Obviously, it's about 4 hours ago, but the fingertip catch in the first quarter, 89-yard touchdown pass. Talk me through what you were thinking when you got to midfield.
He launched. I didn't think I was gonna get to it at first, but
Pepe was floating too.
yeah,
Some wind.
the wind was going crazy. So, but got to it, and it was a good feeling. So.
Andy, just how big is this, to carry a little momentum here into going into Foxborough? Keep the idea of bowl eligibility is still in the grasp, and just not to let something get away like what could have happened today.
Yeah, you never know. I think we need it, especially going to a big game. BYU's a good team. I mean, they got us one time, we got them one time, and they're going to come out and play. I mean, they're a very fundamental football team, so we're going to have to be on our P's and Q's and stuff.
Jarrell, I mean, 2 straight weeks you guys have a deficit in the fourth quarter, and they're able to come back and score late. Obviously last week to win it, this week to tie and force overtime. What's message that sent about this team that you guys have really done a much better job these past 2 weeks of overcoming adversity and kind of having success through it?
I just say overall, just having heart, faith, and just believing in one another. I believe if I execute my job, Brian's going to do his job. I feel like if everybody executes their job with a sense of urgency, then I feel like we'll be successful at that play. And we keep chaining those plays together. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what's going on, what plays or schemes they may have. I feel like we do that. At the end of the day, we look at the scoreboard. Like Coach Doug said, we'll be, happy with what the results say.
How hard is it to do that though? When Matt going up and down the field, just like who they have.
Yeah, it just comes down to locking in, and just being focused on the task at hand, because like you said, going back and forth, there's a whole bunch of momentum changes with the fumbles or turnovers or what may be happening, but if you come down and just focus on taking one play at a time, I feel like you can chip away at whatever the deficit may be, so I feel like we do that as a group together, collectively, and then I feel like, we'll get results like we did today.
Also, you mentioned the wind, particularly at the beginning of the game. How does that, when the wind's gusting that much, how does that sort of affect how you throw the football in the day?
I mean, when it's windy like that, you just gotta be able to spin it. If you're not throwing a spiral, it's just gonna go wherever. So, I just focused on that, on my arm motion basically, and knew that Andy was gonna make some plays, and he got open. That's all it is. He got open. I threw it out there. So